The gruesome story of Fidel Lopez, a boyfriend who disemboweled his girlfriend after she called out her ex-husband's name during their drunken sex in a closet, said that he was guilty as he was put into jail for the rest of his life without parole. Yes, this murder is quite horrifying. To know every detail about this murder, you must keep watching this video until the end. Here we begin. At first, everything was perfect. This young couple had only been living their best moments in the rented flat for a week, but it was already beginning to feel like home. Maria Nemeth, who was 31, was the leasing manager at the apartment block in Sunrise located in Florida, where she would also find a place for her and her lover, Fidel Lopez. Then, however, it was reported that they still needed to get more furniture, so the duo propelled 2 cardboard boxes together as a makeshift table for celebratory drinks. But things became nasty. Fidel Lopez, her beloved boyfriend, tore out her intestines after she cried out her ex-husband's name during sex. Well, at first, the 26-year-old bypassed the death penalty in Florida for slaughtering and disemboweling Maria Nemeth in a horrible episode, which has shocked all the investigators. Lopez confessed to leaving Miss Nemeth, with whom he intended to marry and have children, to perish on the bathroom floor of their apartment 2 years ago. After many hours of interrogation, he admitted he had become a monster and carried out dreadful deeds on her body as she percolated on the tiles. And after this, Florida's Broward County Court convicted Lopez to life without parole after he pleaded regret to murder and sexual battery to flee the execution. So what exactly happened? How did investigators come to know about the truth? Let's now discuss that. First, it was seen that the police attended Lopez's apartment in Sunrise, north of Miami, back in September 2015. After the culprit himself called 911. After they arrived, he told the operator that the 31-year-old Nemeth was having some problem with breathing and she was going to die. Officers found Nemeth's naked body, all coated with blood and body tissue, in the apartment bathroom the couple had shifted into just a week earlier. Lopez was next to the dead body, and he was crying at that time. It was only before 4 a.m. The bathroom door was ripped off its hinges, along with the sliding glass door, which was shattered, and they found an open tequila bottle and cut limes in the kitchen. When asked by the police, Lopez told them that they had been having rough sex, and after that, the victim went into the bathroom, where she vomited and later collapsed. But the investigators were not at all convinced by his statements. They knew that something was fishy, and then the investigators propelled for the truth and took Fidel in for inquiry. At first, Fidel said that they had been having rough drunken sex and that the victim asked for things to be put inside her, and Fidel urged that it was something she appreciated. Afterward, he contended that Maria was having difficulty breathing and had gone to the bathroom to throw up, where he had found her collapsed. But it was evident that there was far more to the story. He further said that Miss Nemeth had instructed him to use beer bottles as sex toys, but when the investigators challenged him, he admitted to ripping out Nemeth's intestines in an envious rage. Police then released crime scene footage of Lopez's interrogation. In the footage, we got to see that one of the detectives told Fidel that this was not a case of rough sex. Later in the interrogation, the detective advised him that now he has to do the right thing, and that is, Lopez had informed the cops that he turned into a monster after Miss Nemeth, who had shifted to the US from Peru in 2004, twice yelled her ex's name. He explained that her girlfriend had changed his name. She called him the name of the other guy, and she said it twice, and she was unfair and bewildered me with the other guy. He confessed that at that point, he got mad. He said he flew into a turmoil, smashed the glass door, made holes in the wall, and pulled the wardrobe door off its hinges. He ultimately ripped out part of her intestines with his hands, and soon after that, Lopez washed his hands and went outside for a cigarette before panicking and calling 911. Miss Nemeth, who had initially arrived in the US at the age of 20 on a student exchange program, was operating as an administrator in Miami. She had married an American man from whom she had detached but remained in contact and continually quarreled with Lopez about it. This couple had dreams of getting married and having kids before the killing by Lopez, who has been given the name the Florida Monster. So that's all for today. Did you find this murder terrifying? Let me know in the comments and subscribe.